Alrighty, hey, what's up, Facebook? Billy Funk here, coming at you live from Chicago. This is my dad's office, and this is take three from yesterday. Third time should be a charm. I'm going to be interviewing Leigh on Rachael, how she's had so much success out of the gate in network marketing. So whether you're brand new or a seasoned veteran, I think you're going to get a ton of value from this. And I think you're going to know her name over the next few years, like what she's doing right now in network marketing. I think a lot of people could replicate, and she could teach you a few things about DMOs as well as how to prospect, invite, follow up, and close people. So without further ado, let me bring on Rachael. Hold on one second. I'm going to add her, and let's get this party started. Hey, this is going to be 100% value. Feel free to share, and if you find that you're getting value at any time, let us know. Hey, I can hear you great. Can you hear me?
Hey, can you hear me?
I don't think there's any feedback, finally.
Perfect, yeah.
Yes. It is a good deal.
I hope not.
So we got some people tuning in
Good
live,
deal.
and I know a lot more are watching this as a replay. If you are watching this as a replay, let us know. Drop a replay in the comments below. And whether you're live or as a replay, I'd like to know where you're tuning in from. Maybe what's the weather like? Where are you at right now, Rachael?
Texas, and it is so cold. It is like, okay, so it's not so cold. It's 45
about
out,
40
but
degrees
so
here,
windy.
and I was used to it for the first 30 years of my life, but I'm not used to it anymore. That's for sure. Yes, I am too. Yeah. So
Awesome.
I
put
out there
to be here.
Last month. We did a little contest in our team. The top 5 people would go. I would go live with on Facebook, and you're the first one. You crushed it. Congrats. Well,
awesome.
So how long have you been in network marketing?
I'm excited. Thank you.
Okay, so less than a year.
I started in February.
And have you ever done it before? No.
Less than a year, yeah. No, gosh, no. Like, and I even swore against it as a kid, like, or growing up. I said,
one of those people, yes.
I don't want to be one of those people. Yeah, seriously. And I can't imagine doing anything else now. Like, I'm full-time, I love it.
I don't think there is any other profession as rewarding, financially and fulfillment-wise. Am I a little bit biased? Yes, I am. But there's just there's nothing else that you could do that has a level playing field like network marketing. It doesn't matter who you are, where you came from. You could have been in jail. You could have failed at everything in life. You could be unconsciously unemployable, like I would consider myself, and you could still crush it in network marketing. What does that say behind you?
100%.
Nice.
Be a forking rhino. See, we have kids, and it said something else at first, and my husband was like, we don't let them say
right
that.
On. Are your kids excited about the holidays?
So they're pumped. They're stoked. They don't know that they're getting a PlayStation, and I almost regret it.
I hear you.
Almost want to take it back because I feel like
let's drop some value to our audience members. What do you think helped you be so successful out of the gate in network marketing with no experience?
Like if I had to pick one thing,
you could, or a couple things. You could pick several things. Yeah, it's cool.
Or several things. So the first thing I would say is plugging in. Like, I listen to everybody who's in our company. I listen to people who are outside of our company, like people who have been successful at this. I listen to them on a daily basis. Like, that's how I wake up every morning. If I'm not listening to something that is going to give me value and give me a tool or a step or something else to do that is going to propel my business forward.
I love that.
Like, I'm not doing anything.
Have you plugged into Jim Rohn
and that's really important to me.
Yes. If you're watching this, replay viewers, let me know if you're a fan of Jim Rohn. I want to know in the comments below, because when I found him, it was like, where have you been all my life? Yes, his wisdom, even though he's not here anymore, it's timeless. It goes a long way. I really believe that. What other leaders do you plug into?
So Gary Vee, and I know that he's kind of controversial, but one of the first things that I listened to him was his and I think it's on YouTube. Like he's talking about excuses, and people are saying, oh, I can't do this because of this, and he's like, and like, what else? What's your excuse? Like, it doesn't matter what your excuses are because you're really
I
the
love
only
that.
thing standing
I
between
agree.
you
It
and
it
success.
doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you either can make it happen yourself or watch other people make it happen. Nobody's going to hand it to you. Nobody's going to give you success on a silver platter. And if somebody does hand something to
Yeah.
you, you don't appreciate it because you didn't work for it. So I'm a big believer in contrast gives
Mm-hmm.
us the ability to,
Exactly.
experientially know when we're successful, which means that failure is a key component to success. Without failure, success isn't even possible. So network marketing wise, Rachael,
Mm-hmm.
what's your DMO? I know you do hours of power every day. What does that look like?
So like on the one that we did today, we had four different steps and I actually ran it. But we had four different things that we did in 15-minute segments that would generate some kind of activity in our business. And I love doing those because it teaches you that it doesn't matter how much time you have as long as you can commit any amount, whether it's 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, like you are going to be successful because consistency is
I
key. It's
love that.
about showing
Yes.
up every day and
Brian
doing
Underwood says
something.
90% of life is just showing up, in business. Awesome. So,
Absolutely.
in the hour of powers, what do you do? How are you reaching out to people?
Um, it's either through social media. I mean, I will make phone calls. I love to send voice notes. Like I really feel it conveys my excitement because I am excited. Like I love being here. I love sharing what we have, and that you can't get that through a text. Um, so I either try
I love
to
it.
make
I
phone
love it.
calls or send
Valerie's
voice
watching. Hey,
notes
what's up,
for the
Valerie?
entire hour.
If you're watching this right now, give us a little fireworks show. Let us know you're breathing. Click on tap the heart button maybe a few times, and always feel free to share. So you're sending these voice messages out to people. What does that sound like and look like? Sure.
Um,
Yes.
like what is the actual message that I'm sending them? So, gosh, I don't know. Um, so I'll ask them, like I'll tell them if they're interested in what I'm doing, if they've been watching, and I don't know if they have or not, but I would love the opportunity to share this opportunity with them, this business with them, because it's been extremely successful for me. Like and I know that anybody can do it. And not only do we have, a great product, but we have created the system to ensure success. Like it is, you do step one, step two, step three, and that's it. Like you just follow the steps or the path of people who have done this already and who've
I
been
love it.
great at
Yeah,
it,
I think it was Jim Rohn
and you're
that,
going to
that
have the same
first
results.
said, people don't duplicate, but systems do. And systems are a key component to success in network marketing. I see Hyper
Yes.
Jack is watching. What's up, Hyper Jack? I'm in Chicago, man. Let's get together while I'm here. So I like. Are you sending these messages to cold prospects, family and friends, or both?
Both, both. Well, and actually, so my friend Jess, my family, not so much. All I like to present the product because I know that the product can change their life. And then if they like the product, then I'll talk about the potential of the opportunity behind it. But I really don't like to push my family on that. Like it's totally up to them. But people who I know hate their job, or my neighbor who is struggling to make ends meet. Like I've talked to her about it several times. Because it can be huge. You just have to like have a little fire inside and a desire
I love
to
that.
be
I love
better,
that a lot. What's up,
to do
Annette? I see
more.
she's watching as well. Thanks for tuning in, tapping in, and turning on. Uh, so are you creating more relationships with network marketers or with people locally, would you say?
People locally. Well, and both. So I actually joined a women in business group locally that I love. And I always said, it's not, I don't know, going to book clubs, like mixers, those kinds of things, like those aren't my style. Because I always felt like staying in was better than going out. But I'm really enjoying it. Um, they're a great group of women to be a part of and to, get ideas and information from. And even if they don't join
I
me,
agree. I think
just
that's
having the
awesome. So
fellowship is
you're kind of
awesome.
niche. You're driving in, creating a little, or finding a little niche, basically finding people like yourself, and then
Yes.
reaching out to them. Because at the end of the day, people don't join companies or products; they join people, and they only join people that they know, like, and trust, and they will know you
Right.
and like you and trust you. I think a lot quicker if they find something that they relate to in you. What's up, Amanda? Well, hey, thanks for tuning in. Where are you
100%.
watching from right now? I'd like to know. Um, I like to engage with the viewers here and there. I think that's a key component in Facebook Live. How often do you go live?
I try to go every day, whether it's on my personal
Nice.
page, in our
Right
group,
on.
or for my
And
business
what
page.
would you say it is the Facebook Live that has done the best for you in your business?
Um, Gosh, I don't know. Oh, ones where I'm like genuine, where I'm actually talking about, I don't know, my feelings, where I've come from, like how scary this was in the beginning, how much anxiety I had the first time I went live, like hitting that go button terrified me, and it took an hour, but it's just getting started. Um, so yeah, the ones where I'm actually sharing more and I'm
I,
not
I, lo-
just trying to project
I love that. So,
those
authenticity is
fail
what
epically.
draws people in. When you're just sharing from your heart, and just giving value, and letting go of any expectations of, like, it going perfectly, and accepting any failure that comes along the way. Because when we do fail on these lives, like we did
Yes.
epically yesterday, so for those of you watching, this is our third take. Um, it makes us more human. And like, I think a lot of people
Yes.
look at people that go live often as if they've been given this gift, as if they had it in them. Well, I think they all had it in them, but as if it was already there, the perfection. And nobody's perfect, and nobody is. If you're perfect on your first Facebook Live, you waited way too long to go live, is my opinion. You know, we got a few people tuning in from
Seriously.
Illinois, the Chicagoland area,
Seriously.
Amanda and Hyperjack. Amanda says, I was sweating bullets on my first live. I was so nervous, but my viewers were so awesome about it. Right on. Yeah, I remember the first time
Hmm.
I went live, and it was quite a disaster. I remember the first time I started asking people to, I used to ask people to drop numbers. Like, if you're watching this as a replay, drop a number one. If you're watching this live, drop a number two. If you agree with what I just said, drop a three. And I remember the first time that I did that, I had three people, drop numbers, and I kept asking over and over again. And so it just shows you that, like, in the beginning, nothing is going to go the way that you think it's going to go. So just embrace the process. Yeah. What are you most excited about with network marketing? What do you plan to do? What's your goal? What's your
Absolutely.
why?
Um, so I'm excited because it's endless. Like, I can build as much as I want or as much as I don't want, or I can work or not work, or like I control my destiny. I control what my life is going to look like, and there are no limitations that are put on us. Um, it's really up to us what we want to do, and like, I'm not stuck with one company. If I decide that this isn't working for me, or I don't like it, which totally is, and I mean, it's great, but I can always change. Like, I'm not set into a
I like that.
profession
Yes,
because
it
it
is
is a
endless. I
profession.
think that, if you're looking for something that can provide the most fulfillment and impact to other people, and have no ceiling, because I think a lot of times we, as humans in the 21st century, we get taught to go to school, get a good, get a good education, get a good job, gives you a 401k and insurance, and a pension and all this. But there's a ceiling. There's a ceiling, because if you're an employee, as you move up the ladder, and become maybe the CEO of the company, there still is a ceiling. There's only so much that you can make. And in network marketing, there just is no ceiling. There is no ceiling.
Exactly. Well, and the residual impact. So knowing that, like, I have these tools, I've developed them, and I know this path, that then I can go teach it to other people, to other women, and say, look, you can do this too. You don't have to just settle.
I agree.
Because settling
I agree.
is like the
I
worst thing
refuse
you
to
can do for
settle
your
myself, and I think that network marketing provides so much unsettlement, so to speak. Yeah. Yes. Tony's watching in Dayton,
life.
Ohio. What's the weather
Yeah.
like out there? And if you're just tuning in now, let us know where you're watching from too. We're just curious. So, what's your goal in 2019, or have you set one yet?
Um, so actually, I have set one, and it's,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, actually, we did it together. Do you
Yes.
remember when I came on and I did that goal setting thing with you? And that's one of the other things that I've noticed. Like, I raise my hand at every opportunity that I get. Like, that's part of the reason why I like keep going, because I volunteer every chance. Um, so that you know that my first goal, I hit it exactly on the time frame that
That's
I
awesome.
set out for
It's
myself,
crazy what happens when you write
which
things
was
down
really
and you set
cool.
intentions.
Um, yeah, exactly. And do it every day. Like, look at it every day and focus on it, because that's where I want to be. Um, so it's rank centered,
I'm
which
sure
I
it
don't know if
does.
that means anything to anybody else who's on here, but um, so my goal is to, by February 2019, to be at a rank 7, and then
That's
by
awesome.
August
So you said
2019 to be at a
February
rank 8.
first. So basically, Rachel's goal is to do
February.
100,000 in volume by February, and then a quarter million by August, which I think is very doable for you. Like 100%.
Yes.
I think a lot of people are going to know your name in the industry over the next year. It's one of those things when you see somebody that just picks it up and starts working it and works the system, where they're going to go. Like, yeah, I think in network marketing, the best network marketers are talent scouts. They sniff out talent. They look for talent. They're keeping their eyes and ears open for somebody that is hungry, and you represent the definition of hungry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so in August, I had been working full time. I had a fantastic job. I made incredible money. And then our company shut down and my back was against the walls. And I told my husband, I was like, I have to do this, because I cannot imagine going to an office every day. I can't imagine like clocking in, answering to somebody else. Like, I don't want to do that.
I love
I'm going
that.
to make sure that this
I love that.
is
Were
it.
you successful right out of the gate?
And so
Like,
I am.
did it just like come super easily to you, or did you have to work for it a little bit?
I had to work for it. Finding like posts that worked, or I don't, yeah, I mean, I had to work at it. It wasn't something that I was just like super great at, but I was constantly doing that, like improving the skills that I had. And I know that I had a certain skill set that helped me, but
I love
anybody
that. I love
can
that. I think
develop
that
that same skill set.
I think it's a good thing when it doesn't happen like very, very quickly. I remember 2012 when I first got started. I failed quite often in a few different companies actually, and it took me a couple of years, about a year and a half, to really figure things out and to get the ball rolling and get momentum going. But I always love it when somebody just kind of like
Yeah.
they pick it up. I think that too, when you come into network marketing, as Eric Worre says, you are either rewarded or punished based on the life you led before network marketing. And I was punished because I wasn't very successful. I was broke and busted and living in my parents' basement. I would imagine you being a great mother, being somebody inside of your community that people look up to. You were rewarded for that, and your weight carries influence. I love that. Would you consider yourself
Yeah,
an
I would
online or
agree with that.
offline marketer, or maybe a hybrid marketer? Okay.
I would like to be more hybrid. And a funny story. So we actually had a mixer plan tonight, and I'm terrible at planning these things because like I'm so last minute. Like I'll have an idea, and I'm like, let's go, let's do it. And of course, everybody has Christmas parties already planned tonight, which is cool. But instead of letting it get me down, I just said it's fine. I'm better online, and so I plugged into everything today like I should be instead of cleaning my filthy house because nobody's coming over, so it's fine. And I just signed a brand new promoter up, and she's gonna crush it. I'm so excited. Like I
That's
put
awesome.
my
I love
time
that.
into where
So
I knew it was
you had a little home
worthwhile.
party. Oh, you canceled. Oh, right,
We
right,
were
right.
going to, but we canceled it because, yeah, because everybody's already doing parties, which is fine. But instead of like letting it get me down, because a lot of times people will say, oh, this post didn't work, or oh, I went to this event and it didn't work, or oh, this didn't work. So instead of saying it didn't work for me, I went right back to what I
I love that. What
know,
type what
what
type
I
of posts
knew
are working for
is
you?
working. So, um, gosh, ones where I'm real, like where I share my life, my kids' life, like what we do. Because I can post about our product, but people don't really
Nobody
like
wakes up
come
in the
to
morning
Facebook
with
with
their
their
credit
credit
card in
card
their
out.
hand and
You
opens up
know,
Facebook and says, "I can't wait to buy something from my friend." God, I hope they put a product link out there. They just don't
yeah.
do that. They never do. People go on Facebook to to catch up with
Mhm.
family, friends, and to get some entertainment, some inspiration, or some education, or maybe a little bit of all three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like the note or the change in my energy or where I've come from a year ago to where I am today. Because I'm a completely different person. Um, and it's all because of what I've been doing, our product, and then plugging in, like being a
It
part of this
is.
community. Like our community is huge and I love it. I've never felt so welcome immediately and like I belonged somewhere without doing anything, like with just being myself. Like I didn't have to impress anybody or try to do something or
I love
be
that.
somebody who
I
I
love that.
wasn't. I just had to show
I
up.
think that I think when you try to impress other people, you end up depressing yourself. I just made that up, but I think it's true.
Seriously. It's very true. The comparison game is
It is
like
comparitis
the
is
fastest way
the
to kill joy.
it's the number one disease that entrepreneurs and network marketers catch, and it's very easy to catch it. You can it's one of those things that it's airborne all the time, and so you just got to keep on guard and worry about
Yeah.
yourself and not even worry about yourself. Like just to embrace the process, know that you're at the right place at the right time, and it's all working out for you. No matter how it's working out, it's always getting better, and it can get better. Good stuff.
Yeah.
What would you
100%.
say? You got any tips for somebody that's brand new in network marketing before we close this out?
Don't change the system. Don't change it. And rely upon or lean on your leaders, like the people who came before you and who are successful. And if you're not resonating with somebody who's directly above you, get somebody else who's above them. Like, find a way to make this work for
I
you
love
because it
that.
can. And let
Ooh,
your
that's a write it
actions
downer
speak louder
right
than your
there. Let your
excuses.
actions be louder than your excuses. I like that a lot. I'm going to write that somewhere. Uh, well, I've had a blast. We're going to have to do this again on a more prime
Me
time
too.
hour, like not Friday night during the Christmas season. We'll
Yeah,
we'll do it on like a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday in
right?
January. We'll get back on and share some more value because I think a lot more people need to hear your message. I really, let's do it. So if you're watching this, you're not following
Cool. Let's
Rachael, you're
plan it.
not following her
I'm
journey,
pumped.
you're not connected to her yet. I highly encourage you to do so. She provides tons of value, for the entire industry. So get connected and feel free to share. If you do share this, type in share below. If you got some
Absolutely.
value, let us know what you picked up. And if you were smelling what we were stepping in, drop your favorite emoji below. That's I always like to end awkwardly. 'cause that's just it's the best way to end any Facebook Live is for it to be awkward, because you forget how to end.
Yeah. It actually reminded me when you said that this morning of when my 2-year-old stepped in stuff that my cat left behind.
Your cats
because
are
our
jerks.
Cats are jerks.
What's up, Danny Boy Truck? I don't have any cats.
They are 100%. They're not worth it. I mean, they're cute and they're fluffy when they're little, and then when you don't do what they want, they just
right. They're sassy little creatures.
take control.
That's funny.
There you go.
I like it. Tony says constantly learning about building
100%.
interest in your brand. Good stuff. Well, we'll have a great rest of your night, Rachael. Thank you for coming on and providing some value. If you got all of you that are watching, thanks for watching. Once again, this is Billy Funk signing off super awkwardly. And thanks again, Rachael. All right. Talk to you soon. All right. Bye.